这真的是这个博物馆的大门吗？这也太潦草了吧！这个反正这指示牌上写的是 Military Museums。I'm lonely this winter. I'm fulfilling the wish of the loving being I don't know that would hold for me to be alone. Hello， 大家好，大家好。今天可以看得出来哈，今天天气又是非常不错的一天。今天是星期六，难得我跟小李我俩周末都不上班，然后所以我们今天出来逛一逛，来了我心心念念许久的军事博物馆。看啊，这是个啥？这是坦克吗？这不是坦克，不认识。耶！吓我一跳，这个大兔子，好大呀！这个兔子，真的，这个兔子，我感觉它要是胳膊腿伸开，得有半米，是不是？走了？哎，不知道，光认识是履带装甲，它的前面像个推土机一样。不会想是吧？真的是毫无。
这个小的好像是。
耶，你还搁这儿蹲着呢。兔子说：“讨厌没有边界感的人类。”下边是个推土机，这上面还有这么长一截，感觉像是这根可以升起来。桥，那就是车从。还是人从上面走，就围着这个玩意儿转，它也不走。它的尾巴在屁股下面，好神奇。然后这边是，这就是坦克了嘛，对不对？这总没错了。
也不是。
这咋不是啊？不是坦克吗？这绝对就是人钻进去，上面那个像是发射炮弹的东西吧？能看出来吗？乌漆麻黑的，转过来会好一点。你要是能给它打开，哼，那履带都生锈了，锈的非常均匀，都是一个色。
没有上锁，就是深。
那不可能啊！它如果就是沉的话，平常人咋弄开啊？你告诉我。啊，
这是维修车辆，这不是个台阶吗？
这是个什么东西？什么？
台架子。
台架子是什么？
咱这个加重型维修车子，这不是个小吊车。
都是管后勤的是吧？这是个炮，这肯定是个炮，这我认识。这是什么高射炮吗？
这一溜都是这个维修套装，
载人的，可以两个和，我也看不懂。大概意思是这不是 personnel Korea 载人的设备。我怀疑这两个小仓库里面是不是存放的有飞机？我怀疑这两个应该都是食物。这是一个锚，船上的锚，看一下啊，确实是当年这艘船上的锚，是来自于 Her Majesty's 他的陛下加拿大船 Protector 不是保护的意思吗？来，你站过来，然后给比对一下，看这个锚到底有多大。这咋比啊？这好多没了。你看这儿写了，这个是冷战时期的展览。Morning.
You can touch the airplanes. You can walk around them. Yep.
Thank you. I just opened the door and it feels a little looks a little bit Where?
To look like a nuclear explosion.
Oh, be careful.
That light isn't. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
One of our.
Oh, so it's just made to feels like nuclear.
Exactly.
Oh, that's why the first time I opened the door, I feel very scared. Oh, good morning. Can I take videos? Thank you. 这个应该就是当年是吧？参加过当年的飞机 F86 Saber。
这个飞机现在应该还是能使用的，特别新。
空弹吧？还能打吗？能。
还有底货的。
会有力。这个。这是当年这个就是在飞机上配备的那个机关枪是吧？这个就能敲出来音儿。这里面应该是
进气口，
也是枪吗？进气口。
对呀，喷气式的。
气儿是从这儿进去的吗？哦，并没有了解过这个结构哎。小李说这里是进气口，喷气式飞机从这儿进。我本来还以为这里面哦，这可以上去。
How are you?
Hi.
Good.
Yeah. 哦，这里就是驾驶员。
So this was one of our first generation jets.
Oh,
So
first
this is
generation.
The F-86 Sabre. So you can see all sort of old steam-powered gauges, or that's what they're called. They're obviously not. But you'll see quite an evolution in technology as you move to the aircraft as well. So we actually built these in Canada.
Oh, this was built in Canada.
Yeah.
And it actually served in the war.
Yeah. We took them to Europe. So
To Europe?
Yeah. So these were day fighters. And you can tell with the open nose, it obviously looks quite a bit different. But this was the state of the radar at the time. So this aircraft was actually designed in 1948.
1948.
So just 3 years after the end of World War II.
When was it sent here?
We opened up our museum in 2017.
2017.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the fellow who, our key benefactor, Ken Lett, bought both of these airplanes from private collections. So yeah, so that went to Springbank, and this was up at the airport being refurbished. Just it's obviously not to flight condition, but to museum grade. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this plane can only sit one pilot.
Yes. And there were no trainers for this either. So your instructor would be standing on the wing, giving you last minute instructions. Bring the airplane back in one piece. Yeah, so it was subsonic. There's a famous lady called Jackie Cochran. She was the female pilot. She actually took a Canadian Sabre supersonic in a dive, but it could not cruise at supersonic speed. Versus this airplane, the Lockheed.
Oh, this is much bigger.
Yeah, and this is considered a light fighter. This is not as large as they get. But this was designed in the late 50s. Canada built them again under license. And we built 200 of them. So we built them in Montreal.
Oh, so Canada have built 200 this plane.
Yeah. So it was designed as a high altitude interceptor initially to go up, shoot down Russian bombers and come back. So it was defense of airspace. But Canada used them for a very different reason. So we took those to Europe to replace this airplane. This was a day fighter, so it didn't really fly at night. The other airplane we took was this.
So this plane can only fly in daytime,
Yes,
and this can fly in the nighttime.
Too. Yeah. And so this is supersonic, Mach 2, so
Supersonic.
twice the speed of sound. Have you been to Banff?
Banff, yeah.
How long does it take you to get there? About an hour and a half?
Yeah, almost.
How fast do you think this would get there?
I don't have idea. Maybe
Take a wild guess.
several minutes.
Yeah. How many minutes?
Let me think.
Take your
Five
wildest guess.
minutes?
Just less than 4 minutes.
Oh, less than 4 minutes. Oh, so quick. I wish I can take this plan from here to Vancouver.
Exactly.
And this the later half of the plan, what does it take? All for weapons?
The reason why the nose is open is because the radar is so small, air could be fed directly to the engine, which sits back there. The engine here actually sits in here. So it's here until the last stage of the turbine there.
Whole area is engine?
One engine.
Okay.
So, but the air intakes were split, so the air would come and merge. But because it flew at supersonic speeds, jet engines don't like supersonic air. It disrupts the flow and heat and whatnot. So these spikes actually slow the air down and create a shock wave here. So the shock wave actually will be supersonic air, but it'll be subsonic behind the shock wave.
Oh, there's a hole. 这里是空的，丽娜。So, how long does this plan serve for the war?
So we replaced this in Europe with the F-18, which we presently fly. So we started replacing and training up squadrons in 82.
92.
But this plane, some more actually flying until 1985.
1985. So this plan was sent to Europe. So it is not fight for Korea War. No. Okay.
That was out of the Korean War that Kelly Johnson and Lockheed. He went to the pilots who flew in the Korean War and said, "What do you want in a jet?" And they said, "We need speed." Speed was the key consideration.
Okay.
So that's how this got developed.
Thermonuclear 热核.
So Canada did not own any of the nuclear weapons. They were all owned by the U.S. and protected. Actually fire at 6,000 rounds a minute. So how many rounds a second is that?
6,000.
Rounds a minute.
6000发.
100 rounds a second.
这是一个加特林的枪，然后他说这个枪是装在，就是从这儿到这儿这个位置上，然后从这里发射出来，然后是每分钟吗？6000 per minute?
Yeah.
每分钟6000发从这个里面，哇！
But you only carried just a little bit less than 500 rounds, so it would be a few short bursts of so if you were to fire it continuously, the gun would probably overheat and jam.
Yeah, overheat.
It would be wasting a lot of ammunition. This measures airspeed.
Measure airspeed.
It's called a pitot tube. So every aircraft has it. So the pitot tubes and vacuums and whatnot are used to measure altitude and to measure airspeed. But because this airplane would fly at Mach 2, there were like a boat. There was a standing shock wave here. So the only way to get an accurate reading was to have this out. Incredible engineering.
也是个空的这里，他说这里是测这个空气速度的测速的地方。Thank you.
You're welcome. So take a look in the cockpit here.
上去看看，看看驾驶室。
Go ahead.
它这个机舱明显就比刚刚那个看起来高端多了。
So it's a busy work environment.
This looks much high technic than that one.
It is. So all of these are your flight instruments. The orange circle that you see, that's the radar.
Orange, the middle part.
The control column in the center, and then the throttle on the left.
Here is a button for the weapon.
They are, you can see on the main panel. There you see something which looks like a jet. Yeah, so left of the radar. So that
Left
tells you
off.
the status of the weapons, but you then select the weapons from there, and the weapons release is that pickle button. Yeah.
The red one.
Yeah.
On the of
Yeah.
this. Oh. Okay. So the pilots came into from this way or
Yeah,
that way?
yeah. The canopy opens up.
It will open.
No, it opens up
Oh,
sideways.
oh,
Yeah.
open that way. Okay.
And that airplane, the canopy slid back.
Were you a pilot before?
I wanted to be a fighter pilot. I was civilian. So, yeah.
Okay.
But it was always my dream. So, yeah. So I'm writing a book about life within fighter squadrons, though. So in my retirement, this is what I'm doing. Yeah.
Oh, so you are closer to your dream again.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you. What's this for?
So so there were squadrons that would fly nuclear strike, and they flew it up until 1972. But there were also squadrons that specialized in aerial photography.
Photography.
So reconnaissance. So there were 4 high-speed cameras in here.
Cameras.
Yeah,
Oh, this plane has cameras.
in here. So this would be mounted underneath.
What's this camera for? What?
Reconnaissance. So, yeah. So, for example, it might be studying routes. It might be studying troop movements. It might be studying not quite enemy targets because they could never fly within that space. But yeah, training routes. These are fuel tanks.
Oh, this are fuel.
Yeah.
The oils.
Yeah. Yeah.
这才是油箱。
Do you feel the leading edge of this wing? How sharp these are?
Oh yeah, very sharp. 一模一样，特别的锋利。
So ground crew would obviously, anytime before a plane goes flying, they'll check underneath for tire pressures and leaks and open hatches. Well, when they first got the airplane, the wings were just like this. These are put on just for fire protection and that's where the people who bend underneath.
Oh, this is the protection for visitors.
Yeah, yeah.
And if, for example, if the plane is going for a war, there will not.
They were much bigger, so and clearly marked. But yeah, there were lots of people with cut heads and cut arms. So.
Yeah, it will. 这个挺猛的，不用解释
知道，保护性的，保护用的。
So this is where we are right now.
Yeah.
So we looked at the Sabre, which was there, and then the 104, and then we have the F-18, the same jet that we still
That's
fly.
one.
Yeah,
It's a newer one.
yeah. So that replaced that.
The first generation, second, and third.
Yeah.
This is also served for Europe
Europe and North America.
and North America. Okay.
Yeah.
It's larger than this two.
This is about the same length.
Oh, same.
This is a slightly bigger aircraft. Yeah.
All of these can carry one pilot.
No, for the F-18, there's the A model, which is single pilot, the B, which is a two-seat trainer, and then a C, which is the next generation of the A, and then there's the D as well. Have you seen the movie Top Gun?
Top Gun.
The Top Gun Maverick
I don't think.
with Tom
I don't-
Cruise?
哦，是不是那个壮志凌云，什么冲上云霄？Yeah.
So anyway, that's a Hornet. It looks a bit like that, but it's called the Super Hornet, and it's actually 20% bigger.
哦，
Yeah.
应该就是壮志凌云。就汤姆克鲁斯那个电影嘛。
This movie's name in China has other
China
name.
cannot.
Does it? Yeah. Yeah.
中国看不了那部电影，第二部在中国上不了，因为背上有那个。
Yeah. Yeah. So this is we're having a guest function today. One of our volunteers has turned 100. So you came at a good time.
Yeah, great. 他等会儿这个地方要关，因为他们有活动，所以我们等会儿看完，他这个地方就要关上了。Lucky.
So one of our
This is
An air-to-air missile. Yeah.
oh, the real missile?
Yep. Obviously, the fuel has been taken out of it, and the weapon head is out of it, and obviously the radar. So it's just a case. Yeah.
This plane is much bigger, I think.
See what you missed if you didn't come in? Yeah. So this airplane, even though it was third generation, it was slower than the one close fighter. Slower. Yeah. Because technology has changed. There was over speed and weapon systems. So yeah, and a lot more maneuverable. That was like a dart, very fast. It would fly straight, but it wasn't very maneuverable.
That one is mainly for speed.
Yeah. And that's why the wings are so short. The wings are only 7 feet. Yeah.
Is this for measure the airspeed?
Yep. Well spotted.
I've learned it.
She's going to get a PhD in aerospace engineering. Yeah. And then this, I'll show you.
Oh,
So this airplane is designed to fly at what's called a high alpha. Alpha means a high angle of attack. And because it can fly very slow, it's also very maneuverable. So it makes it a deadly adversary. But one of our pilots was demonstrating at an air show how slow it could go, and the right engine failed. And the aircraft yawed, or right engine failed. And so the airplane yawed over.
Oh, so this is just a test for how low it can be.
Yeah, so the right engine failed. So he was about 200 and some odd feet off the ground. And as soon as the engine failed, he knew there was nothing he could do. He pulled the ejection handle 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds from the time he pulled the handle
And
to the
jumped
time
out
he was
from
literally on the ground. Are you familiar with the term G's? G-force? So a G-force as we're standing here is 1 G.
I know.
So with that, when they eject, it can be up to 20 Gs.
Oh,
So if your head weighs 15 pounds, your head, it's going to be 300 pounds of force on your spine down. And they actually lose about 1.5 inches in height just from compression of the spine. Yeah.
with so high G, the pilot will they faint?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah. But it's for such a short period of time. So, but when they jump, because
Oh, this is a pilot?
yep. Yeah.
The picture is awesome.
So as if it's not bad enough having to eject from the thing because the parachute is fairly small and it needs to be, because you wouldn't want to float up in the air for a long time. And then each one of these buttons is like an app on a phone. But it takes a long time. It's generally about 5 years from the time the pilot trains to the time that they're operationally.
Too many buttons.
Exactly. It's so much studying, huge amount of studying. And then when they're ready to become operational pilots, that's when the real learning begins, because they have to learn to be wingmen, they have to learn to be flight leads. Then if they go to fighter weapons school, that's more studying. So learning to fly this is like getting your basic driver's license. And then it's generally for a pilot, any fighter pilot anywhere in the world, it takes about 20 years to become a really exceptional pilot.
Oh, so before they can get into a real plane, they need 5 years, and after that, they
they will go up on flights, but for them to get their wings. Well, it'll be about 5 years from the time they.
一直爆一下炸弹。
爆炸弹，这是一个安全的炸弹，暂时。哎，它这个能转是不能转？
这里面是风扇嘛？
那它这个为什么要搞一个十字的叶在这儿？
确保出来的风是直的，而不是螺旋的嘛。 然后来看个东西啊，这个矢量喷口技术
这个是啥呀？
啊，这个喷口它就可以控制这一个一个的片，就可以让这个喷口变大变小，然后朝上朝下。
想象不出来它是怎么朝上。
你看这个每个片儿就超级薄，到时候只要承受超过2000度的温度。
你说到这个，刚刚讲的那个加特林的那个炮，他说那1分钟能发6000发，但是呢，因为那个飞机只能带500颗子弹，所以说他说等于说用不了，不能全效的发挥他的加特林那个枪的效果。
你看，
咻咻咻，
这个温度会超过2000度，但是这个普通的金属1000多度就融化了。
哦，这都是被烧过的呀，看这是吧？
对
这都是烧过的这个飞机。
对，这还是个海军型的 F18，你还有这个，还有个阻拦钩。
这个就是当飞机从空中落到甲板上面的时候，它屁股着地，然后就这样有个绳会拦它一下，电影上见过。
还是个比较新的 F18。
这个地方是展示了一个防空洞，说当年加拿大政府鼓励大家去买这个玩意儿，为了以防核武器从天上掉落下来，就等于这其实是一个商品。然后买了之后，里面可以就是大概就是这么大个空间。你看，还给你放个小电视，下面什么毯子什么的。哎，应该就是从这里下来，然后这样下来。嗯哼。还给你演示演示，说你到时候可以在这里储存一些食品。你看，还可以。这是真假？这个电视是真的吗？这是那个天线是吗？这是条说是当年的电视。
走，下一个环节。
走了。我最后补一句啊，他这个上面说这玩意儿最后没卖出去多少，因为大家觉得这玩意儿太贵了，而且如果核弹真的掉下来的话，也活不下来，所以市场不好。1代、2代，那里边是3代，三代没有2代飞得快，2代主要是为了这个速度而设计的。看一下，这是博尔特，目前已知人类最快速度。然后9.58秒，这是小汽车，这是737，波音737，空客380，这个 F86 Sabre 就是这个飞机，它的速度是每小时1000公里，然后 CF5 应该就是这一个吧。哦不，这是 CF104，就是这个，它是飞得最快的，每小时2000公里。
这个
CF18就是我们最后看的大家伙，是1900。刚刚那个那叫什么？那个老爷子给我们说的就是它比它飞得还要快，因为这个 CF104它的主要目的就是为了它的设计出来就是为了速度。但是 CF18的目的是为了携带更多种量的武器。
然后这个就是当年韩战的时候的主力装备。
但是这个就是送到那个欧洲去了。
对，
他说这是去冷战的时候送到欧洲、北美。这是飞行员的衣服，这应该是女兵的衣服吧？是吧？这是女兵吗？男兵、女兵？
对。
OK， 走了。这里面，哎，这不是，这是个装甲车。
对。
这可以牵引拖拽是吗？玻璃都碎了。被谁砸的？
这个就黑心了。
很新吗？
嗯，他故意做成这种效果的。
为什么要做成这种效果呢？
不知道，可能肯定是故意的。
这个面儿比较光滑。
它所有的平面都是这种。
这个轮胎没气儿了。
干涉这个都没有回声。
好几个厘米厚的钢板，不是钢板吧？这个眼儿，这个眼儿，
别把手往这伸！
你吓我一跳！
神经好不出来，还得报警。消防队来了都不好救你啊！我跟你说。有那种
那是消防队来了，这里锯不开啊！
消防队的工具都没有这个结实。
这个把手是可以拉，这个侧面也可以拉开。
啊。好了。哟。
这个车居然是轮胎哎！你看这叫什么悬挂，是不是？
对。
然后减震。
对。超结实。
诶，这个轮胎是全空的。
嗯。转不动，转不动。
锁住了。
转不动。这个小车车。机枪。对。
这也是个炮管。
对。
这个炮管跟这个炮管比好迷你。
这是机枪。
哒哒哒哒哒哒。这个是咚，这个是哒哒哒哒哒。
这额外多带了一节履带。
哦，这也是履带，就是万一真的是行军途中坏了，
对呀，他带了1、2、3、4、5嘛，带了5节嘛。
啊，
他履带不可能整个都坏了。你看这坦克，这装甲车。
人从哪儿进啊？那个盖儿啥呀？
往下扣。你看这个装甲车，特别那个履带似的。
来。
从正后方你能感受到比较大。这个就比较新了，这个
都没生锈，可不行。你看这履带，那些履带都已经成黄色。
这个也是这个效果，你看到吗？
我怎么觉得这像是腐蚀的呀？
不是腐蚀的，故意的。为啥就单独这儿腐蚀呢？
想问一下，有没有大佬、大神的观众知道为什么它的表面会故意做成这样非常粗糙的样子？一开始我从后面看，我以为它是被腐蚀了，放在这里风吹日晒。但是你看，你从这个表面就能明确看出来，它是故意把它做成这样的。为什么呢？这样做的效果是什么？小李猜是，如果人站在上面的话防滑，但是这上面经常需要上人吗？抬不动。哎，
根本抬不动，这好家伙！
那他平时是怎么抬动的？你总要抬啊！哦，他给焊住了，那是抬不动，这里给焊住了。
啊，在干什么？啊？
这个应该可以踩下来，他给焊住了。没地儿踩呀，脚应该踩哪儿啊？这儿应该有个脚踏。在哪儿开炮啊？
应该是一个非常笨重的一个开关。
在哪儿开炮啊？
这个吧，这个。
往后拉。
对。
哪儿拉？这是反坦克炮。这是准星吗？好简易啊，不是吧？这个准星。
对，它就是准星。
这么，谁跟谁对准啊？他俩对准？不是吧？这我也太拧巴了，是不是？不是，你拍一下。如果我要把他跟他对准，不是这儿哈。
这儿直着过来对着这儿，看到吗？
那我咋才能让他对着？我不可能我这样躺着。
那就是这么对呀。
那人在这坐着，我不可能这样对呀。
咋着？别动脑袋，你给我说。
你说从这个窟窿眼儿这儿看吗？是从这个窟窿眼儿这儿看吗？
对。
啊，这也太，这不符合人体工学呀！不可能！你要是想来让看一下这个姿势啊，如果我要想从这个眼儿里看到那个准星的话，你看我这个，你看我得这个样子。
对呀，就是这个样子呀。
我不相信到时候打仗的时候人就那样子，那不符合人体工学。
那就是个精确标志了后。
不可能。
然后我给你看看。
绝对不是。我都这个身高，我都憋成那样。哎，要是你来当兵，根本就你看不进，看不见。
焊上了。
对，这个给焊上了。本来这应该是个脚踏。你觉得这合理吗？看得见吗？而且还会被这个东西挡到。肯定不是这么瞄的，我不信。这玩意儿应该是真的，就是炮弹都打不透。这个薄吗？但是它这钢板不就是为了抵挡？
还有一个东西叫这不叫坦克，这叫反坦克，是吧？
对，这就是反坦克炮，上面写了。
这叫反坦克坦克，反坦克炮，反坦克。
反坦克炮坦克。这个就比较小，这是什么？这是高射炮。这是什么炮？你看这儿给焊起来，这儿也给堵起来了。这个破铜烂铁是什么？这当年被炸过了吗？哎，这不是世贸？对呀，是不世贸大楼、世贸大厦吗？
对。
拿让我看看什么？这叠钢筋遗物是在世贸大厦发现的。这里居然还放了一节钢筋，这个钢筋是911当时事故之后从这个废墟当中挖出来的一件遗物。天哪！没想到居然还能放在这儿。难以想象。